Now let's talk about how to turn your creative passion into profit. You've got your community built up, your brand is consistent across channels, and your fans are engaged. Now, how do you actually make money from your work? Here are a few methods that I've found effective from my own personal experience and some examples from other creators in the Patreon community. I'm going to break this down in two parts. One for beginner tools when you're just starting out, and one with more advanced tools. The most obvious start is selling your work. Selling your creative projects is the most natural way to make income for most artists. A few effective platforms for selling your work is Bandcamp for musicians, Etsy or Big Cartel for visual artists, and Vimeo on Demand for video creators. If you're having trouble finding a marketplace to sell your work, you can take the next step and incorporate an online store into your website with services like Shopify or Squarespace. Here's an example of Jacob Collier's online music store. You can see a list of all the different places you can purchase his music. And here's an example of my Bandcamp store. This is where my fans can go and purchase individual songs. Merchandise is another great revenue stream. Sometimes your art can become your merch, and other times you can sell merch that's an extension of your brand and just a fun way to build awareness for your craft. This is important for your loyal fans who want to show their support for your community. It also advertises your work while earning you revenue at the same time. Common merch items include t-shirts, posters, mugs, hats, prints of your artwork, or physical copies of your work too. Websites that help you make this merch are DFTBA, AKT, Teespring, Spreadshirt, Zazzle, Merchify, and there are plenty more. If you're not quite ready to sell your merch online, you can start off by selling it to friends, family, or followers who come to your live events. Here's an example of illustrator Chris Raniak's merch store, where he sells his artwork in the form of stickers. And here's the Ginger Runner's merch store, where he sells a wide variety of merch items, including gear for his personal brand, as well as audio tracks. Think about what works best for you as an artist and what your fans would be most excited to buy. Live events are another great way to make money from your creative work. They help creators gain exposure, connect to their community, and earn money off of ticket sales. You might think that this only pertains to musicians hosting concerts or artists hosting a gallery exhibit, but live events can pertain to any artist. Filmmakers can host screenings, authors can have a book launch, designers can host a talk, and basically any creator can speak on a panel at a convention. Here are some of my tips for events. When you're booking a show or an appearance, make sure you send a very concise email that lists what you do and what you can offer for the event. Then link to your best example of your work. Make sure that you also have a clear understanding of your compensation or ticket revenue split. Also make sure that you have a signed contract to refer back to. Of course, these are only a few strategies and there are so many more, but now let's dive into a few more advanced tools for earning funding for your creative work.